I'm Johnny Smith.
I'm Richard Porter.
And this is Smith and Sniff, a podcast in which two friends talk about cars and just lots of other things.
Live in a room in Goodwood, near Goodwood, with Greg James sitting on a bed near us.
Yes. Yes, he's cupping. He's cupping himself.
It's smoother and less hairy than I would have expected.
No, yeah, so guys...
Like a seal.
Look, guys, let's set the scene.
Good luck with this one.
The scene is a downtrodden hotel. I'm going to say early 20th century, but I could be wrong.
Maybe even 90s.
What, 1990s or 1890s?
It feels like it might have been airlifted from Bristol. It's so 90s.
It is quite... It's slightly downtrodden. We're recording it. We're recording this exceptionally late. This might be the latest podcast we've ever recorded. I had 2 hours 40 minutes sleep last night. Yes.
Wow.
Because we're near Goodwood.
Backstory.
Yes.
We're at Goodwood. We were at the Goodwood members meeting today.
Yes.
And
it's been wondrous, actually.
It has been wondrous. It's been a fabulous day. And this is partly why I'm incredibly husky.
No one can tell. He's also, I must say this at the top of the show, as professionals say, he's exceptionally drunk.
I am quite drunk.
I
mean, thanks for blowing the gig wide open, but I am quite drunk.
Richard has peaked exceptionally early and taken in some. You have taken in some serious afternoon units.
Paced myself. Paced it.
Serious afternoon units. But can I just say? So it's an unusual Smith and Sniff in that respect. We're doing it late at night. Richard doesn't sound like Richard anymore. And we've got a third man in the room. This is the first Smith and Sniff with more than two presenters.
No, we did that when we went to Renspalt. We had sort of people, and we generally don't have guests.
Oh yeah,
we don't have guests because we don't.
So this is not. We're not classing the man in this room as a guest.
No, because it's just basically there's a layabout lying on my bed in the hotel room where we're recording.
I'm gonna take.
It just happens to.
I'm going to take a photo because he's got actual shoes on that have probably been in gents' toilets.
He's got shoes on my bed.
He's got shoes on which have been gone into gents' toilets this afternoon and trodden in slightly pissy floor, and they're now on your bed.
Well, there's two single beds. You can pick which one you sleep on. I'd suggest the left.
Actually, that's a good point. There are two beds. But anyway...
let's just rewind a little bit. What happened is that we should also put some context on it, which is that you, Jonathan, got invited to the Goodwood members meeting by Alpine.
By Alpine?
The lightweight sports car manufacturer. And they said, but you've got a +1. And you went... Do you want to come as my +1?
Yeah, I invited you as my +1.
But I remember I was on the phone to you and you said, I'm going to email Alpine and say, please can my +1 be Richard Porter, but I don't want to share a room with him because he's a prick.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said.
And also I don't want to share a car with him down there because he's a prick.
Yes.
And I thought you were joking. And then the lovely PR messaged me, but she should have joined the email chain, and I scrolled down and I saw your original email and you literally had said that and basically called me a prick. So I had to say
I did.
Thank you for having me along, brackets, I'm sorry for being a prick.
Yeah, it's true. But
then
it was all it's all in jest.
I know, it was lovely. I know. You meant the word he's a prick affectionately.
A affectionate prick.
So
yeah, sweet guy,
I
bit
had
of a prick.
Piggybacked on your blag.
But
they were then very insistent that I had an Alpine A110 to drive down here.
So we've actually come down. We've come down in three Alpines, not in formation though, from different corners of the UK.
Greg's taken his shoes off.
So have I. Is that because it's a more intimate gig, or because you were worried about having Jed's toilet piss on?
I'm ashamed by the man that's had 8 litres of wine.
Rich, just for reference, Rich is strictly on the E5 tonight, and I'm probably more on the Derv. I'm on red diesel.
I ordered a bottle of wine from the bar.
I'm on red.
That at least one person in this room would join me in drinking it, and then everyone went, "No, fuck that, I'm not having it." So
I'm on red diesel tonight.
Yeah.
Greg James, what are you drinking tonight?
Gin.
He's
Yeah.
on gin, which is what, like super unleaded.
That's ethanol, isn't it? That's ethanol.
That is high ethanol.
Yeah.
And you're on the
Sauvignon E5.
Sauvignon Blanc and all that. You know what I mean, mate? Yeah.
So,
Sans Blanc.
Sons.
we've all had a lovely lightweight journey here.
And it has been a sweet, sweet journey because...
Well, I'd forgotten. I haven't driven an A110 for, I don't know, since it came out, really.
since you and I did a video on...
Yes, which
When
was
it-
like 5 or 6 years ago,
I don't-
pre-COVID.
Bloody age. It was when Smith and Sniff was a video, not a podcast.
Heady times.
And all that.
And I'd forgotten what a really lovely car is.
Me too.
And it was delivered to my house yesterday, and I briefly drove it. I'm so croaky. I'm losing all the top end of
You do sound like more and more like the old grey whistle test.
or Annie Nightingale or something. So,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, fine. More thanks. And briefly drove it, and I went home and immediately went on Auto Trader and looked at how cheap I could get an A110 for, and it turns out they sort of bottom out at 33 grand.
Good residuals.
Residuals.
Off of the Alpines.
And then this morning I got in and we both did crack of dawn, didn't we?
Do you want me to set the scene of how my day started?
Well,
Yeah, you got a bit of time, so
Yeah.
I'll explain.
Yeah, go on.
So the alarm went off at 4:58. I don't get up.
Shitting
I don't ever get up on the hour. I can't
I
set
know, but
alarms.
it's you and James May won't set
I'll-
alarms
I'll-
on the hour. Why then? Why?
Because it just feels like you're conforming too hard.
But no one's judging you on when your alarm goes off.
Okay, so I woke up 4:58. Boom, alarm's off. As I walk from the bedroom to the bathroom, I think about what song I'm going to put on for my dressing. I've a really long shower. You know what, those ones where you need it to wake up. You know this because you start work very early.
I don't shower for work.
Don't you shower?
You don't shower before work.
Do you go to work with BO?
No, I shower before I sleep, and I sleep clean.
Oh, you're a clean, you're a clean sleeper. Shit, that's good info. I like that. So I had a very long sort of survival shower.
Sorry, I'm still getting over a grown man saying I sleep clean.
Yeah, it's like fighting clean, isn't it? Clean fight, guys. Clean fight.
Clean sleep.
So he has a clean sleep. I've had a big survival shower. I get out. The towel is stiff. It's the only way I roll.
I know you like a rough towel.
Yeah, and once I've towelled myself down, as I walk from the bathroom back to the bedroom, I shout to the kitchen,
Yeah.
Alexa.
Yeah. No, you can't say it's what you say. It's because you're going
Oh
to set
shit!
people's
All right,
stuff off.
sorry. Okay, sorry.
Separate them.
I shout the device.
Yeah.
Play Crockett's theme by Jan
Oh.
Hammer at volume 8.
Yeah.
And then as I'm putting my pants and my socks and my shirt on, and the sun is I can just see through the kitchen window where my house plants are. The sun is just coming up over, and the Alpine was sat out on the drive there.
Yeah, not in the carport.
No, it's not allowed in the carport. So the carport.
You know Johnny's got a carport.
Yeah, I'm very proud of it. It's not mine. It's just rented.
I know, but you've still got a carport.
It's good. It's really, really
it's a good
flimsy
retro
plastic.
facility that you have.
It's great. It just works. And when DPD drop kick a parcel somewhere near your house, it stays dry most of the time. So it's really good. You know, there are practical uses to this stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Spiders are really down with it.
Of course they are.
Massively down with it. Where was I?
You put Crockett's theme on before.
Yeah.
And then you got like a thorough Zed of Lynx Africa.
I did.
You Zorro yourself.
I go for deodorant stick. I stick both arms.
You stick.
Yeah, I stick both arms. Aftershave is on, and just as it's getting to the crescendo, I would say, of that Jan Hammer classic.
How long which mix of this are you playing?
That's good for 5 minutes.
Okay.
But I'm doing 20 press ups at that point.
What?
Yeah, just to get some blood through the torso, and then I'm into the kitchen.
How quickly can you do 20 press ups?
Reasonably quick.
Can you?
If there's no more than 20 involved.
Are you doing like full body
Yeah.
or knees down?
What? Greg James has got his hand
hang
up.
on. James has got his hand in the air.
Yes.
I didn't realise this was the high performance podcast.
No, it really is. Actually, you've misunderestimated how much we are.
Come here.
Shuffle forward, James.
Come here. Come and
I'm surprised at how high performance you are at 4:58 in the morning.
It's the only way I do it. If I don't get out when the alarm goes, if I don't go out of the trap, sort of with launch control on, I'm almost holding the torque converter on low, and I'm building the boost, because if I don't do it, I'll go back to bed and fucking the day will be over instantly.
But what will happen to Crockett's theme at that point?
We'll still be playing, and
Stop. Oh God, that'd be the most depressing thing if Crockett's theme was playing and you're actually back in bed, like
I'll be mouth breathing.
Although it's quite a low energy song,
It's
isn't
not.
it?
No, I disagree.
What?
Disagree. And so, as Crockett's theme was just tailing off, I just timed it perfectly, where I clicked the kettle on, and just as the kettle was becoming vocal, the song faded down.
Oh,
Almost lovely.
I could be a DJ.
Could be.
Probably not though.
it's maybe more complicated than you're saying. But
Well, I
you're
synchronised.
specifically talking about this morning.
This is this.
And
I
then
had
you
2
looked
hours.
out, and there's the Alpine out.
And the sun is coming up, so the kettle's on. I brew a really, averagely quality coffee, and that is ready to go. And the sun's just coming up as I strike the Alpine up, and I set off on my journey. I don't speed much.
That's not what you told me earlier on.
Or me.
Yeah,
We both.
I didn't
but
speed.
What we both decided was that
This wine's
a
nice.
nice. I was going to say there's no way in which that wouldn't be picked up on the mic. But you slid a big glass of Merlot off the counter.
You've never been involved in a shitty broadcast of this,
I have.
have you?
Oh yeah.
Have you?
This is high quality compared to some of the stuff I've done.
Oh, wicked.
Can we? I have a question for you, Greg, which is I watched you
so drunk.
talking to Taylor Swift
Oh yeah.
in an Audi A2.
Oh yeah.
Now, why were you in an Audi A2?
It's a great question, and
It was on a trailer.
Is it like
wasn't
a camera car?
I had no choice in the matter
Okay, so it
because
wasn't your car.
because I wouldn't have picked that.
Why?
Why not?
I would have picked something else more fun for her.
What?
Are you saying that Taylor Swift
Or-
doesn't appreciate a highly advanced aluminium-bodied small car?
I would have picked something. No, I would have picked something more classic or funnier, like like my mum's old car.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I think it was the one that came with the guys who had the trailer. That's the
It's
truth.
a very unusual
Really?
choice.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
not
it's
the
weird.
roomiest thing inside.
No, I don't know what the
Did
choice
it piss you off? Were you all right? With
I mean, I was too concerned with getting the interview good, and because I was doing lip syncing.
Yes.
So I was too busy learning the song, which hadn't come out yet. So I was trying to learn this song.
Was
which
it? I can't remember what was the song. It wasn't
Blank
Little Acre.
Space.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how many goes did you have?
So I had to go, and I had to go to her hotel, meet her manager, listen to the song on his iPod
because they wouldn't give you a copy
because they weren't allowed any copies
in case it got
Bloody
leaked.
hell.
And
Yeah.
shit.
So it was weird because I didn't have any reference to what the song might sound like in the real world, and I was just. It was like it was crash. What's it called? Cramming when you're revising.
Yeah.
It wasn't really going in because I was too stressed because this quite old school manager was just staring at me heavy, doing heavy old man breathing.
Is he a British guy? Is that the guy?
Man breathing.
Yes, a guy called Peter.
Yeah, let's say
Something
Peter.
like that.
Listen, if you looked at him,
Yeah.
okay, what? And you close
He was
your
a
eyes.
northern guy. He's a nice guy, but he's
What-
quite a scary character.
Well, he has to be, surely. He's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
'cause
What
he's-
car would he drive? If you were going to go for a cliche, if you looked at him and went, "What's he drive? What does Peter drive? Who manages Taylor Swift?"
Ooh.
Big black range.
Do you think so?
Yeah.
What? Full fat or spelt?
Well,
Full fat, black alloys.
Oh gosh.
You
It's one of
think?
them. Yeah.
Oh.
Shows up all the
Yeah.
curb marks as well, doesn't it? Right when he gouges it,
Yeah.
because it'll happen. Because he'll be palming it into a space at speed while the Bluetooth stops syncing, and he's in the middle of a very, very.
See, if I
important
was,
call.
I don't know. I suppose they don't really make him anymore. But if I was a British guy,
you are a British
Oh
guy.
yeah, I've just remembered I am. But if I was also managing Taylor Swift, but I had to be that kind of slightly frightening man.
I couldn't be that guy.
No, I don't think I could either.
He was warmly frightening.
Okay.
Oh, that's good. No, that's good, isn't it?
So
That's, that's
calm
probably perfect
authority.
music manager thing, isn't it? You've got to be warm but frightening.
What was he called?
I want to know what car, if you have...
But I think an XJR...
If Peter, the manager, had phoned you up the day before and gone, Taylor said, choose any car that you do this thing in, what would you do it in?
I would pick
A Renault Laguna.
a Laguna. Okay, I'll hit you the few. Laguna, Safran, 25, or the aforementioned today, Vauxhall Omega.
Oh, shit. No.
But no, Greg, you're
We need to
quite
come
a classic Renault enthusiast.
Robert Allen was his name.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go.
And is he still her manager? I think he's in that documentary. Was she
Dunno.
nice? Did you enjoy spending time with
Yeah,
her?
she was really fun actually.
He had a
Yeah,
hunch.
she seems
that,
like nice.
He had a hunch that she would be as nice.
I feel like I desperately need Taylor Swift to be nice.
She is, yeah.
Otherwise, my world is not good.
Well, she's like a female. She's like in terms of. It's all got musical now. In terms of like talent and mutual respect and their friendship, she's like Ed Sheeran because they're very close, aren't they?
Yeah. I mean, she's. Yeah, she'll be one of the all-time greats.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'd
like Taylor
I've
Swift.
been in an A2 with her.
Yeah, I know.
This is what's
What
amazing
about
to me.
800 quid car?
Which is also a great car, like one of the all-time greats.
sweet car.
You've been in one of a car that only history will judge as true greatness with an artist who, well, I think we all know is great. But as a Renault enthusiast, Greg, I wanted to show you something. We were
Please.
emailed this week by a listener called Chris England.
Oh, yeah.
He was in a charity shop.
Oh! I sent you this!
Have you seen this?
I sent you this!
Which one? I can't see it.
It's the Renault clutch bag.
On display in a charity. Have you seen
Where
this?
did you get it from?
It was someone sold it on Etsy and it was a video I saw on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah.
They sold a Renault.
Someone sold that on Etsy.
A Renault service history.
This was
wallet.
in a charity shop.
It's the wallet
Is
that
it-
has the manual in it.
Yeah.
And
The
someone's.
service history wallet.
But that's a lovely accessory. A Renault
I'll
clutch.
put the picture on the Patreon for.
Would you like a Renault clutch?
Yeah.
I don't mean the thing that operates the gear.
But it works. It's such it works. It's a double meaning.
Yeah.
The Renault clutch bag.
Oh, do you know what? I'm going to just take a
Shot.
quick picture of the setup because it's.
What? Because you think it's absolutely dog shit.
Hang on a
It's
sec.
wonderful.
Hang on a sec. It is dog mud. Absolute mud. Just take.
Silence there for the photo.
I put my phone on silent.
I didn't even do that because where's Who Pro?
This is the least
Where-
professional podcast we've ever
I
done.
think it might be
And
the
yet,
heavy drinking that's responsible for it.
There's a little.
But
Yes, there's
so
a little.
right
I've
from
got
the
some-
top.
I made some notes though.
First of all, A110 driving down here.
Yes.
I haven't driven one for a while. Haven't driven an S, which has got the firmer suspension, and I
Yeah.
thought, oh, it might be a bit firm. It's not. It's still fabulous. But also, driving down at like 6:30 in the morning,
Oh gosh.
cross country,
Dawn
cross
raid.
Wiltshire. and
Feels
all-
special. It feels special when you get up really early, and although
Yeah.
you're tired AF,
Yeah,
if you're on a mission that you know is going to be fundamentally enjoyable,
yeah.
it's good, isn't it?
Well, it takes me back as well because you must have done this, and I guess you've done this as well, Greg. But it's like getting up for filming. Always the call time is like 7 a.m. or something,
Yeah.
and there's a part of you goes, "Oh, for fuck's sake!"
Yeah.
But there's that part of you that goes, "I'm ahead of the day here.
There's
Everyone
another,
else is still kipping, and I'm here."
and there's another part of me that goes, I've got a punnet of grapes on the passenger seat.
No, that's not.
I've got
no, right.
a homemade coffee to go in the centre console.
No.
And I've already done 20 press ups. I am
No,
fucking. I am
this
win-
is just you.
I am
no
winning
one else
today.
Is doing this.
I
This
am
is
winning
weird.
today.
This is quite strange.
I don't believe this is weird
How did you have time for 20 press ups with
because it
pockets,
takes
Steve?
about
20 seconds.
25
Are
to
you
30
that
seconds.
pumped that you're just doing 20 press ups?
You have to get up and go in hard. Stage 3.
Honestly, Christmas, Jesus, I'm not. I can't do like press ups. Take me forever.
Well, I'm not very good at them, but if you get up and you do it immediately,
but how?
do it immediately.
Do 20 now.
Well, there's not enough room in this
I
hotel.
like.
Let's see how long it takes.
I've had a fair amount of wine
Let's see how long
units.
it takes.
All right, fuck's sake. One of these chrome rimmed bins that look really like an 80s prize.
Okay, ready?
It's not a lot of room.
Wait,
for
are you filming
I'll
this?
time it.
Okay, I'm going to film it, and you.
Where am I?
Yeah,
it's not even,
down
not even
here.
wide enough.
That's
for me.
wide enough.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Here we
Ready?
Yep.
3, 2,
1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Harder with
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Stop the clock. 23.97 seconds.
That's not bad.
That's after wine units. I don't normally do press-ups after
I'm
wine
impressed.
units.
That is genuinely impressive.
That's really
But
good.
you imagine that with Crockett's theme in the background at Volume 8.
Well, for copyright reasons, I can't dub it over, but yes, let's all imagine that.
Are you going to be sick?
No, I'm absolutely fine. I feel quite pumped now.
You've got a lovely patina.
I've got a sheen on, have I?
A sheet.
Michael.
I've got, yeah.
No,
Thanks.
A Barry?
A Barry. Oh, yes.
Oh,
Barry
we-
Sheen. Saw him
we were-
today.
Well, we were watching some incredible bike racing.
Yes.
Two-stroke shrill. Such a shrill two-stroke
it's not.
double... Two-stroker. No, it's supposed to be mature. It's supposed to be mature.
I think it's too late, but
Okay, it is. Now, I've written several things down.
yeah,
One thing relates to arriving at the members' meeting today.
yeah.
Couple of miles outside of the event, okay,
Yes.
where it's still quite woodlandy.
Yeah.
Back roads I went. And I said I was on the Bluetooth phone to you, because
Yes.
you were trying to work out how far away I was versus
Yeah.
you.
And then tantalisingly, because of the bad phone signal, you went, "Oh, I've got one more thing to ask you." And then I was desperately like, "Johnny!" It was like, "Roger!"
Well, there was quite a queue of traffic, but excuse me, it was moving. And a guy who came in hot, overtaking all the cars, was none other than a Swiss registered paddock scooter at full chat. And it had some sort of Formula One type livery on it, but it went by so fucking fast I couldn't really see what was going on. Nothing says wealth in tax-free countries than a Swiss paddock scooter.
Wow.
Someone's gone, I'm not going back to my hotel in a car. That's a loser's game.
No.
Tomorrow morning I'm coming in hot.
Yeah. I brought the paddock scooter.
I bought the Swiss registered paddock scooter. Police aren't going to have that on their books.
No.
Boom.
I'm going. But I mostly live in Geneva for tax reasons.
Of course. Not for the charisma of the people. so
Although I was once approached by a prostitute in Geneva, and I was
Really?
amazed that there were prostitutes in Geneva.
Tax free?
tax-free prostitution?
I bet they give you a receipt though.
Who asked for a receipt?
Fill it in yourself.
People who need to claim back prostitutes. I don't know.
I've never.
You can't claim
You
back.
can't expense back a prostitute.
I don't.
I bet in Geneva you can, and there are people who do, because it's that kind of place.
Gosh, I don't know. It's like those cards in phone booths in London when I lived in London pre-millennium, which said
They
things
don't
like,
exist anymore, though, do they?
it's just a really grainy photo, and it just had things like bum tricks written on it, which used to make me laugh.
Bum tricks.
I was like, I took it. It was so funny. I had it in my kitchen for years. It just had like a random number, a grainy photo that you almost couldn't work out whether it was upside down or not, and it just said bum tricks.
That's the trick.
But like, bum tricks, like, it sounds like just like pulling some flowers out of it or something. What does that mean? Bum tricks? I don't understand. Was this your card? No. Well, if you look in my bum,
I'm just-
you'll find it was the 5 of hearts. Oh, you might want to wash your hands now. But bum tricks.
Is it like Dynamo? it was the real early
No
days of
point does
Dynamo.
Oh, yeah, okay. I've got some. No, I've got a Dynamo.
I'm going to do some street shuffling.
Yeah,
but,
but
at first
also-
I've just got to take
Yeah.
a carrier bag out of my bottom.
Look on your wrist. Where's your watch? Oh my god, it's gone. Where is it, Dynamo? Well.
Drop your trousers.
Oh my god! Dynamo?
Dynamo's hidden it in his.
What the fuck?
He put it in his.
He's
Put it in his leather.
How did he get it up there? What's that thing? You used to post. Sometimes magicians do that thing where they go, I'm going to put it in my mouth. And they go, oh, look, check your top pocket. But instead he goes, check my bum.
Stop
Put it in his
it!
mouth. Check it.
Stop it!
Come back in 6 hours.
No, that's how we got. That's how we got.
Come back in 6 hours. You might find it up the old bum.
The old bum.
Yo,
Feels quite Daniels.
That's what he does. That's what Dynamo did.
you're like this, but really not a lot. I mean, absolutely, you'll be quite repulsed. by
early,
it, but-
early Dynamo.
Yeah.
Late Daniels.
And then Daniels. So Dynamo would be like he'd walk into like a services car park, and he'd go pop the bonnet of your car, and they go all right, and you go inside and you pull the cord and you lift it up, and they go, your alternator's missing, and they go, what? I've just driven in, just shut it off because I've just gone to the toilet. And you go, no, it's not there. Try and start your car. Start, it's no charge lights on, the belt's thrashing around. Where is it? Check my bum. You go, what?
Why have you done this?
Why have I got a Vauxhall Astra?
Stop doing this.
Why have I got an Astra alternator?
You're becoming a menace now. Also, medically, you shouldn't be doing this. It's unhealthy.
But it's okay. I'll put it in a bag for life, smothered in goose fat.
Oh God!
Absolutely. So I'll use it again and again and again.
We know
for other
somebody-
alternators.
You and me, Johnny, know somebody who used to produce Dynamo's shows,
Yeah, I do.
and he does that thing at the end of his trip in the street. He just amazes somebody, and they just walk off.
He walks away. He does walk. You know he does the walk.
He just walk away.
Yeah.
But the thing is, in real life, apparently, what used to happen is he would just walk away and he wouldn't stop walking. And
At all. Someone would have to
And
run
sometimes
after
they'd
him.
go, "Where's Dynamo?" And he'd have gone off. And he'd have like accidentally got on a bus or something.
Like,
and they-
walks as the crow would fly.
Yeah. They would,
it doesn't matter what
someone have
obstacle.
to go and try and find Dynamo again because he was so invested in it. He'd go, "I'm off," and just walk away.
yeah.
But if he walked away,
Like a
maybe
method
if he
actor.
had a Vauxhall Astra alternator up his arsehole, then maybe it'd be harder to walk that far.
You'd hear the crinkle of the bag for life.
Oh, I guess of course because it's in a bag for
It's
life.
shrouded.
Yeah.
It's shrouded within the goose fat
Yeah.
laden bag for life. So that is worth. Now to go on
Anyway,
to,
the
to go on to less sort of
been
rectal.
delightful today, hasn't it?
What I would say is, you mentioned it earlier, Vauxhall Omega.
Omega.
Sorry, Omega. Okay, so I've written this down because we were having this conversation at the members' meeting, and it was you, Greg, I think, and you, Rich, that came up with this amazing idea for a support race. Admittedly, slightly out there support race
I don't think so.
for the members'
No
meeting.
weirder than what we saw today.
No.
No, maybe not. No. So I'm going to put it to you, the listeners. Here's an idea for a support race. What's it called again?
Well, it's a work in progress, but what did we decide?
Well, we skirted around the idea of it being like a company car classic.
Yes.
Or
Company car classics.
or-
Good.
Is it Dad's
parent just got promotion.
Yeah, Dad's promotion.
promotional company car support race?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And this is saloon cars.
Or just the Executive 4-Speed Auto series.
Yeah.
So
But-
Because one of the things we've decided is the cars must be 4-speed autos, and very, very important, must be left in drive.
Oh, always D.
No overriding the auto.
oh, right.
No,
always
no.
indeed.
Yeah.
Get
Oh,
your
no,
hands
no.
away from it.
Okay, because you can't
D
slap
only.
the stick.
No slapping.
No
it.
manual shifting.
No.
D
There'll
only.
be in-car cameras to make sure that you're
I
not
love that.
cheating by
But
overriding.
there's also in-car people.
Oh, yeah.
But,
yeah.
So do you want to do the cars first and then the format?
Yeah, so firstly, it's the cars. So the cars are Dad's potential promotional company car
Yeah.
series.
Your dad's got a big promo at work. Like
Yeah.
maybe he didn't even have a company car before, but if he did, it was
Not very good.
Montego, Sierra, Cavalier.
Omega.
No, because this is the thing. He's had the step
Oh,
up.
pre-Omega.
pre-promotion.
Omega. Oh,
Yeah, and suddenly
He's come home with some
things
good
have got
news.
yeah,
can I
good
throw one in?
news.
Avensis.
Oh.
Could be. But I feel like
Did they do a
Avensis-
bigger Toyota?
It was Carina E.
Of the Carina E.
Yeah. And this weird thing was when I was a student, so in the mid 90s, I was on the motorway in a car with someone I was at university with, who was a woman who, like, no interest in cars. I knew. We were going to the Edinburgh Festival, a load of us. We might have been in a minibus. And we were passed by a Toyota Carina E on the motorway. She went, "That's a great car. That's what I'd have when I have a family."
Really?
It's the most random thing. We were like 19. Really? I was
What?
yeah, I know. It just took me. I went, what the? I didn't say anything. But I
She
was like,
never talks about a car ever.
We never talked about cars. Never talked about, like, we were 19 or 20 or something like that. So I remember this.
That's
this
what
woman
I'm
called-
going to have when I have a family.
Yeah, this is woman called Helen.
Helen, if you're out there, did you ever get a Carina E? Well, you might not even have a family, but irrespective.
Maybe not. I don't know. It was the most. It totally blindsided me. I was like, because I never. When you're that age, you've got all these kind of hopes and dreams and things like that. It never occurred to me that you'd sort of think about having a Toyota Carina E when you have a family. It felt like very sort of. Like your kind of your trajectory, it's like the plane is taking off, but it's deciding your plane is going to just sort of drive
Plateau.
100 feet above the ground. I was really
Yeah.
taken aback by it.
So,
We had one of them.
you had a Carina E?
We had an Avensis and a Carina. That's why I said Avensis, because Dad had one.
Is that after the Carina E or
Can't remember. I think
It
it must have been after.
probably Avensis
I think it was after. The Avensis was
a newer model?
forward-thinking. The thinking man's Carina E.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he got that when he was the deputy head, and then became a head, and then he had a car on the school, which was
What?
it's mad, isn't
Yeah,
it?
because you got didn't you get the Renault thingy or
The 25 was way earlier.
earlier?
Yeah,
Right,
that was
okay.
his first.
But he got
There was a
You
deal.
got a company. You got
Well,
a
it was
school
like,
company.
I think it was a lease because it was a school in Beckenham, and I think there was a local Renault dealership.
and they gave him a preferential treat.
So I think the
right.
head had a deal with
Yeah.
Renault in Beckenham. So
He didn't have to have his name written down the side, like,
oh, I would have loved that.
School headmaster.
yeah. Motivated by.
I feel this is a real privilege
Local Renault.
because I listen to this podcast, and normally I would chip in on a walk, but I can chip in live. Can I just roll something your way?
Go on.
And you can ignore it if you want.
No, please do
No,
it.
go.
Have you ever
for it.
talked about 90s cricketers with the sponsored cars they got with their names and sometimes their faces on the side and their names in a signature?
Faces.
And their faces on the
But,
side.
but crucially,
The signature.
the signature.
That's interesting.
And that is where my love of cricket and cars sort of really started to ferment. And I saw Mark Ilott, Essex cricketer in the 90s.
Yeah.
He had, it was a Saab, I think probably a Saab, I don't know, 9.5 or something.
Yeah.
From the local Chelmsford Saab garage. And it had Mark Ilott, but in his handwriting on the side. Lovely.
A signatured Saab.
The two jobs that I wanted as a kid was county cricketer
Yeah.
or local radio presenter and they both involved having your face or name
Yeah.
and or name
Yeah.
on a car.
That's
Yeah. It's weird because I was thinking about this the other day. For some reason, it suddenly popped
This is
into my
great.
mind that when I was a kid, there was a point at which I said to my parents, "I want to be a lawyer. I want to be a solicitor."
Yeah.
And I didn't tell them that the
Had you been drinking Chardonnay at that time?
no, because I think it was about 10 or 12.
Yeah,
or
you would have had a-
something, probably
you would have had a
12.
little
No,
go
the
on
reason
it.
was, and secretly, what I really wanted to be was a car journalist because I was reading Car Magazine and I just thought that looks a brilliant job. But I went, oh, hang on a minute, I don't think car journalist is an achievable dream. I want to be a solicitor because my parents knew a solicitor and he had a Jag XJ6.
Oh.
And all I wanted to do was, what is the job I can do that will achieve getting a nice car?
An executive saloon.
Yeah, brilliant.
Probably so, but not even that. I just wasn't after flashness. I didn't want like a flash car. I just wanted a car that I thought was cool, which to me was weirdly a Jag XJ6.
Have you ever thought about the Carina E?
Well, I don't think I'd come out of that point. But on this point, Greg, that when because I'm a bit older than you, and my
Carina E.
my younger brother was mates with the son of what would have been then the first division, or maybe had been Premier League football at that point, called Asa Hartford, who played for Man City.
Okay.
Man City were a bit shit at that point.
Oh,
But
yeah.
they were still, sort of. Asa Hartford, who was actually like quite a well-knownly good footballer from the 80s, played for Scotland. But he just lived in like a normal sort of suburban house up the road from us in Cheshire. And he had a Peugeot 309
Wow.
from Tom Guy and a Peugeot in Manchester.
Amazing.
And it had down the door, this Peugeot is supplied to Asa Hartford of Manchester City. And I remember sort of thinking, it was quite embarrassing and cool all at the same time.
Yeah, it is embarrassing and cool at the same time.
But it was sort of wouldn't happen now.
Could we make one for you?
What, a car with my name on it?
Yeah, it would be
Greg James
James's
off of Radio 1.
No,
It would have a
because
signature on it.
I weirdly think in London it's a Target.
Of course, it's a Target.
Yeah.
That's the problem now.
Yeah.
But I would quite like it if modern day footballers, and I think cricketers, there are still collabs.
Oh, they do, yeah. Well, Surrey are sponsored by Kia.
Okay.
So they've all got Kias.
So they get Kias.
They've all got what they called Stingers.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
the Stinger.
they've
Yeah, that's a
released
good
the Stinger now,
good
so they're gonna
cricketer's
have-
Or
saloon.
the sport, is it the Sportage?
Yes. Yeah.
But then
Sportage.
Stinger's a great car.
Yeah, I like the
It's a
Stinger.
sweet saloon of a car.
Every time I see a Stinger, though, you kind of go, "There's a car that you didn't buy by accident." But maybe if it's a cricketer,
They were given it by accident.
But
If I was a cricketer and I got gifted a Stinger,
oh,
I would be. Do you know what I do?
You do extra good
Do
cricket
you know?
that
Do you know?
day.
Do you want to know? Do you want to know exactly what I would do? My alarm would go
you'd
off.
hit a ball,
I do
wouldn't you?
20 press ups, and I
It's a Crockett's theme.
And I'd put
When you
Crockett's
play the
theme
Stinger,
on it. Volume
you
8,
go,
volume
I'm
8.
going to go out and go and do some good cricket today.
Oh.
We were trying to do a Tailenders podcast from inside Mark Ilot's Saab. Which would have been really fun. But I don't think he's still got it because it was, the early noughties.
Is he still a cricketer, or is he?
No, I think he coaches. He's not.
He's now a Saab dealer.
Yeah.
Sadly, no business.
Should we? But I wonder if you could find a cricketer that was gifted a car a long time ago and still has it.
Yeah, there will be some.
Because they'll be like, I just really got on with it. It was just great.
Because when
That would be great. That'd be
when Saab went bust, and the UK importer must have closed down. Well, we know it sort of did because a friend of ours worked there, didn't he?
Yeah.
But maybe some of these cricketers just found themselves with a Saab, and there was like nowhere to go. Like when MG Rover went bust, Autocar had a long-term test car, an MG ZT V8,
Yeah.
and they genuinely they couldn't. They wanted to give it back because they thought they ought to, but
And they couldn't find anyone
There was no one answering the phone. They ended up with that car for ages because they just couldn't give it back. So maybe the same thing. Cricketers going, I mean, I like this Saab, but it needs road tax, and I haven't got the V5 because it belongs to someone else. It
I
belongs to
have that.
Saab.
Saabs are a cricketing spec car because
They are a cricket car.
I've talked about this on a Smith and Sniff previously years ago, I'm sure, but because I grew up near Taunton, and Somerset County Cricket Club was like is quite a major thing in the town. Ian Botham played.
You did.
in the 80s.
Yeah.
For Somerset
And Viv.
and Viv Richards. Yeah, and
Did he?
yeah,
Yeah, but they were
yeah.
good mates, those two.
And back then, Botham was a staunch Saab 900 turbo man.
Yes, yes.
He was a staunch. He had like 5 on the trot, and he smashed 2 of them fully up.
Yeah, for a laugh.
I don't know.
Beefy.
I think he might have accidentally understeered into a wall on one of them. It was
Probably
very-
not accidentally.
But I remember I got given his biography for Christmas when I was far too young to really read an adult's biography, and it had a picture section in the middle. And if you open it, one of
full
them,
of Saabs.
one of them was him on the bonnet of one of the Saabs with one leg really high,
With a bit of brain shorts and some very short shorts.
probably like framing the crotch kind of shot. And then you turn the page, and there's a shot of one's other Saab completely smashed up. You put it in there and go, that time I had a terrible accident in a Saab.
Oh, I've got it.
Have you?
What?
Look, if you Google
Yeah,
Ian
there you
Botham
go.
Saab,
Yeah.
Oh shit!
and then that one.
Yeah. So is there one of them
Wow.
spread eagled on it?
There's
Is he mansplaining on it?
There's that. One. It was an advert that says one test run that changed Ian Botham's life. The
crash in the Saab where he didn't get hurt
yeah.
because it's a Saab. So Botham, I wonder if Ian Botham now still has a bloody Saab somewhere.
Have you ever met Ian Botham?
I have, yeah.
Is he? What's he like?
Is he cool?
I haven't met him for very long, but he was in the commentary box and he was very sort of ruddy faced.
Isn't it? I thought I saw
But
a
he
story
looked-
about he like when one of the younger members of the team. They used to share rooms on tour, and I can't remember who it was that they realised that if they were sharing a room with both of them, they'd have to put up with the fact that he was shagging
Yes. Well,
All night
whatever
long.
story you've heard about him, both of them, is probably true.
Really?
Because he was a real wild.
So hang on, we
Yeah.
get
But
this
also,
right.
he's
A serial Saab
But
destroyer.
he's very good at being a bit like playing cricket as well.
amazing at playing cricket.
Yeah.
But also an amazing character, really quite grumpy.
Yeah.
But also, he looks like a man that's got his own wine.
Yeah. Yes. he carries his own wine. You know, Plato went through a phase of carrying his favourite wine in the boot of the car.
No, he has his own wine brand.
Oh, he actually owns his own wine. Plato doesn't own his
Well,
own wine.
that's dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah, so Plato,
When
when Plato finds a wine that he really likes,
Yeah.
he'll buy several boxes, and he always keeps at least one in those nets in the sides of the boot.
Oh yes,
He does it because I said, "Why are you doing this?" And he went, "Because sometimes you meet people who are just lovely." And you might just go, "Do you know what? I've got something for you." I just open the boot and I give you this is a lovely wine. Try this wine.
But isn't
and
the
that was
point
it.
of Plato's car show is that here, have this bottle of incredible. Like it couldn't be champagne because it would have been incredibly shaken up.
Oh, it would have been
because
so
he's
shaken up.
Absolutely been on it for the last
Oh,
40 miles.
He would have been pedalling hard through the back lanes. It would have been, imagine it like a family bottle of Coca-Cola that's been rolling around in the boot of Plato's car for a month.
Yeah, something for the kiddies.
You take your eye out. Take your bloody eye out.
I kind of, but your idea of a cricket car.
I love
Because I
it.
think a Saab is a very cricket car.
think it
So
was
where,
both. Yeah. Both are made
where have
synonymous.
cricket people gone?
What do cricket people drive?
It's a great
Because
question. I
it's-
don't know what they drive now.
I used to live
Well,
in.
is
I know
there a-
Jimmy Anderson has got good cars. A bit
Saab-
like big.
Saab.
What's his
big cars.
daily car though?
Is he a Saab guy? Is he a saloon
He's
guy?
he's got a Taycan.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
Good.
And
Sweet,
what else
sweet
did he
car.
have? He had an RS4 for a while.
Yeah.
But Jimmy's quite he's quite gunmetal grey,
Is he?
which is where me and him sort of diverge.
You like a bit of colour?
Well, I don't like anything matte.
Yeah.
Yeah, too sort of black alloyed.
Yeah.
Not really into that.
I'm thinking both of them. I wonder if he ever had a 900 turbo in white, but it had
Yeah.
a coach line of blue and red, like a cricket jumper.
Oh.
So it looks like a driving
But
cricket
also
jumper.
sort of like a smudgy red stain on the back bumper where he's just rubbed the ball on it.
Oh yeah, he's done a little crotch rub.
Just
Yeah.
people who know, they go, oh,
Yeah.
Where's the crotch on a car?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Where is the crotch on a car? Is it the middle of the front grille, like the nose area? Or is it down rear quarter? Is it the rear quarter? Is that the gusset?
I'm going to say yes, but I don't really know. I haven't
Or is it the trans tunnel underneath towards the back where the
it feels
second
like it
sign
might be the underbelly.
underbelly?
Exhaust, isn't it?
We haven't talked about this, by the way. You know, I've mentioned this on the podcast before about my neighbour's Picasso that she wanted it gone. She was going to take it to We Buy Any Car, and I sort of mentioned and said if anyone wants it, and no one really engaged with this but it would look like superficially it looked like it may be a little bit of rot going on.
Yeah.
So in the end, I just said, look. She said, I don't care. I just need the car gone. I just want it gone.
So
I don't
you-
care about the money. But I
you
was like, look,
sorted it.
well, there might be a few quid in this, but I will. I will just take care of this. So I got someone to take it away to the local scrapper, and they said 160 quid. And I said, fine, okay, whatever. That's so really croaky. But 160 quid. But as they were winching onto the truck.
Well, they didn't claw it through the roof with the chain.
No. A
Okay.
guy just winched it on. And I just started to look underneath, thinking, oh, it's going to be rotty as fuck under there. It was clean as a whistle.
Oh.
And I had this massive guilt where I was like, oh my God, I am sentencing to death a perfectly decent car.
Wow.
But
It
in
happens.
fairness,
It happens. It
my
happens.
neighbour said when you turn it on, all the warning lights come on the dash. So there's probably an electrical gremlin there that's never going to
Do
go
you know what?
away.
Ronnie Pickering will be shaking his fist at you
Well, he probably will.
because that would be.
Do I know who he is?
Well, if you don't, they'll be held to pay.
Can I ask a question?
Who's
Can I ask a question about the Picasso?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think Pablo would have been into that car.
don't
No.
you?
No.
It's far too boring for him.
Well, he'd have put all the headlights on
He would
one
have done
side
a.
or something.
He
Yeah,
would have
but if it was
muraled it. He would have muraled it.
You can't call a car a Picasso and then make it look like that.
It's not.
It's got to be mental. If it's got, as you said, it's got to have 5 headlights.
Ooh,
Yeah.
now
And be
this
asymmetric.
reminds me.
Yeah, and drive backwards.
I'll never find
Only.
this, but if I can, this will be brilliant.
And the driver's in the back seat.
I
There's your
found
Picasso.
I was talking to someone today whilst watching the saloon car racing at the members' meeting about the Toyota Will. And that's almost a Picasso car.
Weird.
Yeah, not many people know about the Toyota Will.
well,
It's a
JDM,
very
goodness.
JDM,
Yeah,
very JDM. Do you know about the Toyota Will?
No.
It's a very odd-looking car that looks like the Harry Potter spec Ford Anglia mixed with, I don't know, a postal van mixed with.
It's kind of futuristic, but Greg's just thrown a lemon out of the window.
That's cucumber.
Oh, what's that? Oh, cucumber. Ooh la la. Mr. Gin and
Listen
tonic.
to Mr. Drunk Richard's wine collection.
This is the noise, the chinking glasses of Greg, would you like some of my wine? Because there's too much wine. Johnny's having some of my wine.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah,
can we just say,
Johnny, you're pouring some of a pint of wine. What the fuck are you doing?
not for me.
Richard, can I have some of my wine?
Yeah,
Yes, you can.
some of your wine.
This podcast is sponsored
By Greg James.
by Greg James.
What's the wine? What's the wine?
It's-
Imagine we
it's
lifted it up
wine.
now and it was a bottle of Botham.
Oh, imagine if it's
Imagine.
Botham's
Oh my
own.
God. Be slightly spooky because I've had a spooky day where twice I've been talking about something and someone has messaged me about the same thing and I'm slightly freaked out by it. But anyway, talking as we were about Picasso,
Yes.
a few weeks ago we had a message from a listener called Gabble, and he said he's yeah, it's punchy. Yeah, don't.
Christ.
Yeah, I know, and you've got a pint of that to take down. Anyway. Now, Gabor has made a point about great artists. Johnny's lost it. I'm going to plug on anyway.
That is rough.
He said to segue. As I read the wrong part of the email, he said, "I've fallen down a rabbit hole of looking up cars that Picasso could have been around to experience." Because you forget, Pablo Picasso lived
In the 80s?
into
Died in the 70s, didn't he?
The 70s?
Or the 80s?
Gabble says Pablo Picasso died the year the Austin Allegro, the Caterham 7, this would have been 73 then.
Yeah, 70s.
Was launched.
Yeah. The
73.
VW Passat, the Reliant Robin, the Lancia Stratos HF Stradale, and the BMW 2002 Turbo debuted.
He died 73.
Yeah.
So, Gabble's point is, I like to imagine him listening to songs such as American Pie, Rocketman, Rise in the Storm, Smoke on Water, or Space Oddity. Because he was alive to see these cars, in theory.
What would he have if he bought a car in the last year of his life?
Yeah.
A new car.
Yeah.
What the living frig would he have
Well,
bought?
this is Gabble's question, because he also says that Salvador Dali died the year of the BMW 8 Series, the original Master MX-5, the Citroen XM, the Lotus Carlton, Lotus Elan, the front-wheel drive on.
You're so professional.
It was a very good
Just
burp
doing a
there,
real
yeah.
gassy burp.
Sorry, is this what you
It's,
do when,
it's the wine. That's,
when Dua Lipa comes in? You just go, oh, sorry,
that
just
wine
did a
is
bit of a
mad.
meaty burp. Nissan Escargo, Vauxhall Calibra, or Maserati Chevelle?
Salvador Dali in a Calibra, but do you know what he's done? He's blowtorched all the plastic light clusters, so they've melted a little
Incredible
bit.
melted.
Yeah, and the body
What, he's replaced them with a plastic crab or something.
Yeah, the plastic bumpers all on one side. He's made them incredibly hot and UV exposed, so he only parks the car at a certain angle.
Oh,
so
yeah.
one side's UV damage, the other side's perfect.
You know what came out in 73?
Yeah,
It says
Robin.
Reliant Robin and the Passat.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Pissant.
the original Passat.
Very early Pissant.
Yeah. Wow.
Very, very early.
But it's weird because you think Picasso, he's considered one of the great artists, but he was around long enough to see the Volkswagen Passat.
But unless you're, he would have died a wealthy artist.
I
A
don't
lot
know.
of artists didn't die wealthy because
Was Picasso wealthy though? Because
Yeah.
I think he was
Was he
I think his
already-
works were valuable by the time he died.
Okay.
But you see, the reason why I'm saying this is because I think artists would go for a practical car that they can just fit shitloads of art stuff in.
Well, they've always got painty hands, haven't they?
Painty
So they don't
hands.
want a nice car.
So it'd be a seats down estate.
So he died in 73. Let's say that the last car he bought a second-hand car in the late 60s.
Yeah. Would it have been a Renault?
Yeah. It would, wouldn't it?
I think
a
it
Renault
would have been-
16 or something like that.
Yeah, a bigger Renault.
Practical hatchback. Get
Yeah.
some canvases in the back.
Exactly, with a roof rack.
Painty steering wheel.
Or he maybe built his own tray roof because we could climb onto the roof.
Where did
And he
Greg?
could-
Are you looking
can
at
sit-
Picasso? Where did
He
Picasso?
didn't drive.
What?
Get out.
He didn't drive.
Oh shitting heck!
Well, that just
Answer to the question, was he rich? He had a chauffeur.
presses on the balloon knot of our question.
Wow.
doesn't
Fucking
it?
hell, Picasso, get your shit together.
Yeah.
That's quite arty though, isn't it, not to drive?
Yeah.
Well,
It's
yeah.
quite, it's quite common to drive.
When I first moved to London, I lived in this weird little garden flat in Highgate, and it was owned. The house was owned by an artist, and he had a Citroen AX GT. And it was completely ruined.
Was it?
Yeah.
Or citified.
Yeah, it was full London spec. Like
Yeah.
all, AX GTs had lots of plastic trim.
Yeah.
All of it was falling off or damaged. And because I remember saying to him, he's called Noel, and I said, "No, well, you got a cool car, Noel." And he went, "Oh, I'm not really interested in cars."
No. Why did he have the GT then?
I think it's just, but that's the thing.
He would have been given to him by his grandmother.
No, but someone who's so disinterested in cars, it probably was just given to him by a friend, or
He had
bought
no
something
idea
for a
it
friend.
was the GT.
No.
He probably just thought the insurance just seems a little higher than I was expecting.
Yeah. But it's
There's a
okay.
photo of him sitting inside a black 1956 Mercedes-Benz SL 300 SLS.
Oh, but he probably just
It wasn't his, but he was sat in it.
Is this Picasso?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Picasso would have liked a Citroen DS, but then find me someone that doesn't.
No, I don't trust anyone who doesn't like a DS.
Serrano finds. I had two people coming up to me today, and they shouted, "Find another!" in the back of my head. Find another. They did. They shouted it. But I just want
What's
to.
your theory? We were talking about this earlier on, Greg. You've got a theory about how we need to develop some kind of like call and response, because you've got one for your podcast.
Your new call and response.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's so that people in public can express a love of your podcast. Because I saw it a lot today. I saw a lot of people coming up.
Thank you, by the way. So everyone who came up, it's Saturday now, and we've been at a good members meeting. We had loads of people coming up and saying hi. And
We had a few members. We met up with some members.
And so don't dirty this.
No, I'm not
I was trying to
dirtying
be
it.
sincere.
No,
it was
I am.
really nice. We met a lot of people, and thank you to everyone who came up and said hi. And it's really nice.
But a bit like a bit like in The Simpsons, the Stonecutters. Well, you know, it's a secret club. You need a secret handshake or a secret code.
Yeah.
And so the conversation went to, what's the most annoying question you get asked? And it is, what's the best car in the world then? Or what's your favourite car ever?
Of all time, yeah.
So if listeners to your podcast see you in the real world, they come up to you and in the know, they go, what's your favourite car in the whole world then?
Yeah.
And then you need to come up with
We
an
have
answer.
a flippant answer
What's
that is
your flippant
actually
answer?
bullshit.
What is it?
Yeah, what is the flip? We tossed a few things about.
Well,
Is it a Botham Spec Saab?
Oh,
Both
Botham Spec
Saab.
Saab is a good answer.
yeah, Botham Saab.
So the call is, what's your favourite car in the whole world then?
What's the best car in the world? Yeah.
And you say
And
Botham
you
Spec
go
Saab.
Botham Spec Saab.
Oh yeah. So is that true Botham spec? So white, blue and red coach line and panel damage. Yes. Is that
You're assuming that Ian Botham,
with a wine free.
beefy Botham wanted to drive around at his prime in a car that looked like a cricket jumper, like almost like it had a V-neck on the windscreen. Shit, that reminds me. When I was coming into the circuit this morning, I saw a gentleman drove the other way in an old school 80s 6 Series BMW.
oh.
And he had so many Goodwood stickers down the driver's side of the windscreen that I was thinking, that's obscuring your view, my friend. What the hell are you doing?
He's a veteran of the.
And I thought, why don't I put them on the passenger side? Well,
He's memorised the roads.
very straight. Yes, I can do this by sight, by touch.
And I will.
Did he have a
when I hear
cricket?
scraping, that's either a cyclist or a hedge, and that's fine.
Did he have a cricket jumper on?
No, but he probably should have done.
I'm imagining the Botham Spec Saab is like the van from Dumb and Dumber.
Oh yeah.
It's a dog, but it's a cricket
Yeah.
jumper.
Just huge. Yes, with the joined.
It's so gabled.
That's joined in the middle with the cuffs.
And weathered.
Well, the question that the race series that we
have to be
started to
careful here.
discuss.
Can I urge caution here, because we've done this before. We've done inadvertent call to action before, and then find yourself wandering around a big. So I've got to read this out. I have to find this email now from a listener who said that they were in a Halfords and.
This is a good story. You told me this today.
I
didn't believe you for a while.
Well, now you see. Look, I've clicked on my special folder of messages to read out, and my computer's gone. No, mate, nah, not now. For some reason, probably because I'm not on the Wi-Fi.
I've got to say, this red wine's really quite nice.
Is it?
Yeah, and that's why I go for a red, because I think white.
What, rather than this sort of slightly punchy white? That's
what white wine is, Greg. I'm doing a certain action which I won't describe.
Okay, so a listener called Adam says, guys,
with a Z. Sweet guys.
I found myself randomly and with no warning saying "spota."
That's one of our things. Fucking spout.
Welcome to the catchphrase, Rob.
Fucking spout.
Doesn't matter where I am or what I'm doing. While in Halfords today, I was looking through the booklet at the wiper blades aisle.
Great aisle.
Yeah, sweet
aisle.
Sweet
I love that
aisle.
aisle. I always think I need new wipers.
Yeah, well, you can never have too fresh.
But you know what?
wiper blades.
The reward for the money you pay is high with new blades.
Yeah, it is. They're a relatively cheap way to make your car better.
And you feel that seal against the screen, and you go,
yeah, smooth.
That's akin to your alarm going off, and you're doing 20 press-ups with Jan Hammer playing in the background.
This is a false comparison.
And this is where you two are going wrong. You fuckers need to start doing this. Especially you, I'm pointing at you.
So,
yeah.
Adam says, while in Halfords today, I was looking through the booklet, the wiper blades aisle. It must have been left open on the Range Rover page, and I couldn't help say to myself, "Spota." The guy on the other side of the aisle, brackets, touch-up paint, lovely detail.
Oh, good detail.
Must have heard me, and without hesitation, he said, "Flute."
Really? Wow. Flute?
I looked up, he looked up, we both burst into laughter.
That's amazing.
Two listeners bonded over shitty catchphrases that we've done. So,
new one. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but when we introduce this, we have to be very careful.
Do you know what? If we ever buy a car in the world, can we call it the Spout and
the Spalty Flute? The Spout and Flute. The pair of flutes also may be admissible. We should probably stop this.
Well, all I was going to do is just to finish our wild card saloon car racing series chat.
Yeah,
we need to wrap that up.
Got distracted.
Yeah, but we got to.
Yeah, welcome.
I wrote one other thing down, which was Paul Walker's Supra sunglasses, and that's only because I just want to add this in. It's a very quick one. I let my son watch The Fast and Furious.
Oh yes.
For the first time. He's been wanting to watch it for ages. Yeah. He's 12 and a half years old. And I thought, do you know what? We had a couple of nights to ourselves without my daughter, who wasn't interested in watching The Fast and Furious. And I said, come on then, let's watch it. So we watched Fast and Furious. I'm going to put it out there. It was very embarrassing to watch for me. It's just not a very good film, I don't think. But I know it was synonymous with cars for a lot of people. But he wears some sunglasses in the scene where he drives that orange Supra with what looks like a flying Roman on the side. I think it's a flying Roman, genuinely. Would you put a flying Roman mural on the side of your Supra? I wouldn't.
It was a different time.
Different times. But anyway, his sunglasses. We've talked about 90 sunglasses.
Yes.
Not quite fitting your face very well.
Oh.
And his Paul Walker sunglasses don't fit his face very well in that particular one. And all I could think about at the end of that film was Paul Walker's Supra sunglasses.
Did you say to your son, like, if you take one thing away from this film, buy more well-fitting sunglasses?
Well, most people take away from that film lines like, "Dude, I almost had you." And I'm like, no, actually,
dude,
I took away the
go back to the sunglasses.
Ill-fitting sunglasses. Yeah, the ill-fitting sunglasses. They're a bit crooked on the face, and they look like you've been slightly punched. But anyway, so the wild card saloon car dad's aspirational.
Oh, yeah, we're back to that. Yeah,
we just need to wrap that up.
Yeah. Okay.
So the idea,
the field is
Field
Omega.
Yes.
Smooth Classics at 7.
Oh, we haven't even got into that. The Smooth Classics.
This is how this whole thing started.
Well, can you say that? You can do this
Explain
anecdote,
this.
Greg, because
When I was revising for my exams as a teenager, I listened to Classic FM, and at 7 p.m. it would be Smooth Classics at 7 with the Vauxhall Omega. And it would have been Margarita Taylor playing, Elgar or whatever.
so sponsored by Vauxhall Omega.
I don't think
It's an incredible thing that a radio show sponsored not by a car brand, but by a very
Specific model.
Yeah, but it speaks to the listener.
I wonder if
doesn't
they
it?
could have got more specific.
Made me want one.
I actually still
clearly,
want
because
one.
we've been talking about it all day.
I still want one.
Well, let's get one.
Well, hang
Don't
on,
you start
We need
talking.
to, because we've got some Vauxhall business suites,
Which I haven't told Greg about.
Oh well, let's save
We'll
that
love
for
to
after
talk
we,
to about.
Yeah, we need to
Yeah,
talk
the-
about this.
Omega. Saffron.
Greg's already bought us some wine. Maybe he'll buy us some after this.
I'll buy you an Omega.
Piss right
No,
off.
we've got something. We've got other
Don't you-
things.
A
don't-
limo.
Yeah,
What?
You're buying a limo.
yeah. Wait,
How the fuck
no.
do you know
You
that?
just said it.
You piss artist.
Right. Well, we need to
Stop listening.
Stop.
Anyway,
Stop listening.
Stop
Imagine
listening.
saying that on a podcast.
There's a
Stop
terribly,
listening.
There's a fuzzy line between real life and recording, and maybe that's. But just gonna keep recording.
Buying
But
a
anyway,
limo. This is Dumb and Dumber.
No, but it's a limo owned by a band, but we've talked about it far too much on the podcast.
To the point where people are threatening to
but
buy
a
it.
radio show owned by or sponsored by a specific model of car
Yes.
got you into the Vauxhall Omega. We still haven't decided.
Well, it was Omega on the advert.
Yeah.
On the voiceover.
Omega.
Omega.
Like
Omega.
I can't remember.
Omega.
I know, I can't remember.
It's one of those words where we've said it so many times I can't remember.
Like
Omega.
Like mugger.
Mugger.
Omega.
Omega.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Mugger.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah.
All I can say is they were a good car.
Yeah.
And they had a really good steering angle, which is why budget drifters rate them.
Really?
Fact.
Ah.
And is it 3.2 was the biggest capacity they did?
Yes.
They did a 3.2. 6-speed Manuel.
Big.
Police spec.
Huge.
Sweet engine.
Guzzler.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but ooh.
Worth it.
Oh, yeah. Well, with a
You're
limited
listening to
slip
Smooth
there.
Classics, sponsored by the Vauxhall Omega 3.2 manual.
Elite.
Elite. Ex-police. No sunroof.
No sunroof. With 6-disc multi-change.
On some cheap remold rear tyres.
Oh, shit. Imagine
Drifting
that.
up a slip road.
Can you
to the
imagine
sounds of Elgar.
Can you imagine that? So the alarm goes off. You haven't got Alexa because it doesn't exist because it's the 90s. You have a shower. You come straight out the shower. You're a busy man. No time for
Are you
breakfast.
doing the press ups?
You quickly do 20
God.
press-ups while the kettle's boiling. You make yourself a coffee. You get out there. You strike up the 3.2 Omega Elite 6-speed manual with
Omega.
the Omega with limited slip diff. You creep off the drive. You let the engine warm up by, let's say, 5 miles, 4 miles, and then you give it fucking hell
Oh.
through the bends.
Smooth Classics.
And then you open it, you fully uncork it on the B road.
Are you, sorry, to be clear, are you a detective inspector at this point, or have you just bought an ex-police car? I can't-
The problem is, I left the house in such a rush. I've still got my.
forgotten whether you're in the police or not.
I've actually not got a shirt on. I've just.
Well, you have got a shirt on. You've got epaulets. Everyone thinks you're a policeman, but you're not.
No, I left out after doing 20 press ups and clicking the
Yeah, but it
kettle.
doesn't be yourself.
I'm just.
You're in a short sleeve white shirt, and then you get pulled over for impersonating a police officer because you're in an Omega in a short sleeve white shirt, and that's enough to look like you're impersonating the police. Also, you were driving at 120 on the A37.
I absolutely would aspire to that. We still haven't finished.
Well,
so
what? Why haven't we?
Listen,
Oh,
if
God.
anyone, I'll wrap this up by saying, if anyone who is high ranking within Goodwood is listening to this podcast, the idea is for a left field wild card race event, which is executive saloons,
Yes.
4-speed auto only,
Yes.
the sort of car your dad might have got in a promotion.
Yes. Dad's promotion.
Off of the late 80s, early 90s ish.
Mostly, yeah. So
Yes.
Omega.
Renault 25.
25 / Saffron.
Saffron, yeah.
Saffron.
We'll allow a
Yeah.
Saffron.
Saffron, we'll allow it. V6.
Peugeot 605.
Peugeot 605.
My personal choice, because I think they were a good handling car.
And handsome.
Punchy V6 with an auto.
Yes.
What Volvo you have in?
Would be a 960, would it?
960, I think, yeah.
So rear wheel drive?
Saab 95.
Oh, Saab 95. I'm going to go Scorpio from Ford.
Yes.
Scorpio.
Out of off of the four. It's that.
Folds.
I'm going to say wild card. Maybe get
Alpha 164, the big one.
Yes.
The big one. Yes.
Again, a lovely V6.
Sweet
Did
car.
they do an auto with that?
I bet they bloody did. For Rome traffic.
I don't know. No.
Yeah.
I think they might.
You don't think? You think he was in a Manuel?
Maybe. I don't know. Investigation on that one. But
Big Audi?
who was who do you have in your Nissan Primera barn find?
Matt Neal?
Matt Neal, Nissan man. He's got the Maxima.
Oh. No,
That was auto only, surely.
Yeah. Oh yes. Very auto.
I mean, that would be a car.
slurry.
So that would have been proper smooth radio gearbox. That would have been smearing the gears.
With I was going to say Margarita Pracatan. Who was talking about?
Margarita Taylor.
Margarita Taylor.
Prakitan.
Very different person. Margarita Taylor.
The new Margarita Pracatan.
It sounds like a car.
So smooth. But she can wave the flag smoothly to set everyone off.
Yeah.
This is a smooth race.
And also, because the
Points are rewarded for smoothness.
Can you imagine? So everyone's got to pull away in D. You're not allowed to hang it in the low
Alan
gear.
Prost, famously a smooth driver.
Yeah.
D.
He's probably got
D
this,
only.
actually shit. I can't have the 605. He's got the 605
Prost.
because he's got an allegiance with Peugeot,
Shit. Yeah, you've had to give that up.
and he's the smoothest of the smooth. The professor
Yeah.
in the smooth.
He's got
sounds.
all 6 CDs in the multi-changer, and he's just shuffling.
What's he listening to,
It's
though?
the same CD.
What is it?
Yeah.
Is it Jean-Michel Jarre, Oxygen?
It might be, yes,
Part
it's
1,
Jean-
2,
Jean-
3,
Jean-
4, 5, and 6.
Why insist on calling him John Michael Jarre?
Listen, I'm John
Alright,
Michael
John
Jarre.
Michael, I fucking love your Oxygen CD.
Yeah,
Fucking
fucking love that,
brilliant.
mate. I've got part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and if there is a 6, I've fucking got it.
So,
This race is amazing, by the way.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is going to be.
it's
But,
good.
we worked out there's got to be a driver change.
Oh,
Can you just
Ah,
quickly
well.
highlight that? For me?
yeah.
driver change halfway through. You switch from, you start with the dad, and then you go to the mum.
Mum takes over.
More often than not, that will mean a seat adjustment.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so it's all about precision.
Electric
speed.
memory
Quick
seats are
out,
gonna save
quick
you
in.
time, unless. But you go. But can you? Because this is all very theoretical. So can you nominate a in inverted commas mum?
Or, well, mum can start the race, dad can start the race.
No, but what I'm thinking is like if you had that. Well, someone can have an Audi 100,
Yeah.
and that could be
Get you.
But then I'm thinking, if I'm going to have the Audi 100, but my nominated mum driver is Michelle Mouton.
Oh, wow.
Good Audi heritage.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, right, so you're sort of getting a...
such
It's just
crush.
basically you have to. It's a
So-
male-female split, but you
so-
don't have to be your actual wife or the actual mum.
Right,
of
so
the-
when we do the mandatory pit stop, one driver gets out, the other driver gets in and has to adjust the seat. If it's
Yeah.
got a memory function, that will come in handy at this point.
I think so.
If also it has a boot release, which some executive saloons did back then,
Yes.
you could pop the boot because this is also a mandatory thing. You have to run into the pits where they keep things like fuel and tyres, and there are 3 head hold-all bags.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
head bag.
And you have to run and get all 3 head bags, throw them into the boot, slam down the boot. This is what the first driver will do while the second driver's getting all seated up. And then straight into D, door shut. Oh no, and then the person that's got out the car and done their first stint, which is probably going to be the man, let's just say, he has to immediately go over to a table in the pits and drink a cold pint of Foster's fast.
But I also think...
I think a pint of bitter.
Yeah.
Do you think bitter?
But I
Good
also...
dad drink.
Boddington's?
Maybe Bollington. Well, yeah.
Do you think it'd be a British bitter?
Dad Boddingtons.
Yeah.
Dad Boddington.
But I think...
Yeah, because it's quite low
Dad
strength.
Boddingtons.
I like that.
But I think
Dad
but at the start of the race, do we not think it would be quite nice for maybe the dad to do pre-flight checks on
Yes.
the car?
Yes.
So actually, the car starts with the end with the bonnet up.
Yeah. Dip the
checking
oil.
the dipstick.
Yeah.
Checking all 4 tyres have to be
Yes.
checked.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I think also in the role play of this, you're going to France, so you have to put headlamp little deflectors on.
Oh,
So you get the yellow bits,
stickers.
and the GB sticker
And the
on the back.
GB sticker, yes.
So
Because
all
it's-
that has to be done.
So if it goes into Parc Ferme at the end of the race and those are not all on there,
Disqualified.
and the stewards will check,
right? Okay.
Yeah.
and the stewards will be us.
But I also, I think, we're...
Do you have
we're-
a couple of packets of wheat crunchies in the centre console as
I
well?
don't think wheat crunchies existed in those days.
Yeah, they did. I had them at
No,
primary school.
no.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, shit
because they used to
off. I feel
repeat
like-
on you
no,
like
no,
hell.
no.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, wheat crunchies, bacon flavour. Yeah, believe.
Okay, I'm going to allow this, but maybe
Oh,
Frazzles.
Honda Legend.
Honda Legend. Shitting heck.
That I'm in that. I am in the two.
Oh.
I'm in a 2.7 Legend. Done.
Okay.
Because you know you
Who's
slap-
all right? Nominate a mum driver for the second bit. I mean, you can pick anyone, but
nominate a lady
who's a
driver
good?
for that.
Who's a legend driver?
Sue Barker.
Oh.
Sue Parker.
Just think she'd love it.
I think she would.
She'd have a great day.
She did it phenomenal, and you know, because it's a sort of late 80s Honda Auto.
I bet she had a Honda. I bet she had a Prelude.
I bet she had a
Sue Barker was a very Prelude.
She was a
sort of
sporty lady. She had a coupe.
Sporty lady.
Yeah.
She liked a dynamic car.
Yeah.
But relaxing at the same time.
Prelude tennis lady.
Prelude tennis. Sunroof open.
It's almost a rock. Just thinking about it, just conjures up.
A white Prelude.
You can't get off with her during the race.
No, I'm not getting off with her. That's so
Maybe
like,
afterwards though.
yeah.
If
yeah.
you win.
I'll throw a holly wreath over her. Not like that. You know what I mean?
What?
Oh, that's
It's
nice
a wreath.
sport, isn't it?
Come on.
Celebratory wreath.
I'm disqualifying you.
Being a
Right,
rock.
well, this is probably the note on which we should end.
I think was that all the parts of our wild card race series?
Well, no, because the only thing was I said that we maybe should halfway around the track we should have a second pit, which is basically a recreation of a little chef, and all the dad drivers have to pop in and they have to have an Olympic breakfast and clean the plate,
Oh.
God.
which traditionally would be you get the lollipop, but they get that's the only way you can carry on. The lollipop
They
is
get back in the
they
car.
Get back in the car. Oh, yes.
Imagine the Belgians.
That's the thing. I feel sorry for the mum. The mum driver has to go because the car is going to smell like gamey afterwards.
I'm sorry. People are watching this.
No,
this
they're not.
is going to be brilliant. No, this is going to be.
Oh, I see.
This
You
would
mean-
be brilliant.
Yeah.
This would be brilliant.
Phenomenal.
Well, you know,
you could have famous drivers doing it, like at Goodwood.
exactly. Most of
You know,
the famous,
you
you
have
go
Carlos
famous
Sainz
mum and
Jr.
dad. Yeah.
in a
No. He's not allowed because he can't remember this. He's only doing
God.
he's only doing it for the miles. Where Carlos Sainz Senior, and he can go. Well, actually, in Spain. What a classic executive car.
They don't like big salutes. They don't do big salutes. No, they don't
He's
do
turned
that.
up and he's gone, actually, it's just a set of Ibiza.
But if he
You go,
drove for Toyota in period, you know, the
Yeah,
Celica,
oh, he did, yeah.
He'd go
a Camry.
Camry.
Camry on an auto.
Oh, but lovely big
Yeah.
D shift.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
And I actually like those chunky.
He's got a
boxy
big
Camrys.
Cobra head.
Oh,
That's right, he's got a big
massive-
Cobra head.
massive
Cobra head shifter.
Christ.
But he's not quite sure because he's going to, oh, it's right,
Oh,
right,
massive
shit.
Cobra head.
Massive Cobra head.
Carlos Sainz.
Carlos Sainz Senior.
And Cobra Head Jr.
And because he's a bit tired of how all the attention's gone to his son. He's like, fuck this.
Carlos Sainz and the Cobra head
Like
sounds like a
this.
beatnik band outfit.
But also, let's bring some of the Aussies into this.
No.
Oh, shit.
No, I
No?
I think this is uniquely British.
Do you think?
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I really don't want to end it, and I'm firm on this.
Okay.
I don't
No,
want
that's
any-
fair enough.
You're-
Fair enough.
you are-
I'm speaking out of turn here.
He's being
No,
firm.
it's right,
But
that's fair
I'm
enough.
firm on this as an idea. I do think that all the drivers need to not eye roll the idea. They all need to get it.
Sincerely go.
Yeah, they must get it. They must understand
Yeah.
what we're getting at here.
You have to understand the severity of the situation,
Yeah.
don't you? It has to be taken very seriously.
I've never been more serious about anything in my
No,
life.
I've never been more serious about it. either.
Well, we've got a kind of in with Goodwood. We can have a word. We can pitch this to them. We can speak to the Lord of Duke of March of Richmond, whatever he's called now. I can't remember. And I'm sure he will be very receptive to our suggestion because in no way will it.
Do you know what?
undermine the prestige of
I've
the event.
almost zoned out because I'm just thinking about. I'm on the start line of that iconic circuit. I can see the grid now. I'm in a Legend. and it's already in D, and because I'm not allowed to slap it into low
No,
or
you are
first,
not.
I'm
No,
not.
you are not. No,
you remember?
No.
I
The
am.
stick stays where it is.
I'm using 2 feet on the pedals. I'm actually
Loafers.
left foot.
Both feet on the
FIA
accelerator.
approved.
Yeah,
Loafers.
FIA Nomex loafers. I've got the left foot on the brake, of course, but the right foot is building the revs, and the back is rearing up. You know, like when two cats meet on the street,
Yeah,
rival
that's great,
cats,
yeah.
and they build a bit of power into the back. They build like this, and they go, "I'm going to do you in a minute."
You're in the ledge.
I'm in the legend.
You're going Renault, I think. aren't
I'm
you?
definitely Renault.
So you're
Yeah.
Renault loyalist.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I mean, I would go Omega because I think actually handling was. But there's a part of me just goes Rover 800
It's got independent independent rear suspension on the.
on the Omega.
Yeah.
yeah. But the
Rover 800 are
800's got double wishbones.
double wishbones.
It's basically it's a ledge underneath.
Yeah,
But
which means you and I might be even Stevens.
Who's winning? Because have I got a V6 25?
Yeah, you got the V6.
I'm winning.
Well, I'll do my best.
They're quite punchy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lexus LS 400's not allowed in.
No,
it's too
not
late.
that.
It's
No,
too-
it's too
too
much.
V80.
Too lux. Too lux.
It's too V80.
That's not. Dad's got a promotion, but he's
exactly.
not got that much of a promotion.
Yeah, come on, Dad. You're dealing
Fucking
drugs
hell,
or
he's not running the
something.
company.
Yeah, he's dealing
just got a
amphetamines
promotion.
at the clubs.
But then also I'm thinking, who's my mum driver?
Yeah, lady driver. Michelle Mouton is my absolute
I know.
female driver crush of all time.
I'm.
Her with the 5-cylinder through the forest.
Oh, no, we'll come back to
Make
this.
a
I'm sure
decision,
people
Richard.
will write it. No, I can't commit. Otherwise, I'm just going to say like.
We're going to put it out there to
Ricky.
you. You can pick up the reins from here. Add your executive saloon with 4-speed auto.
Yeah, it must have a 4-speed also, and it's staying in D, by the way.
It's staying in D.
Those are the rules.
So if you've picked a Mercedes, remember they typically pull away in second gear.
Yeah.
So on the start line, you've got to build that.
Also,
bastard up.
we haven't even thought about W124. Like, Dad's got a promotion, but what is it? Like a 200E, isn't it? Or 200, just 200.
Well, you wouldn't let
carbs.
let them have a 320.
No, that's too much of a promotion. They were very expensive back in the day.
Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Same with a BMW. I think you said earlier on, Greg, like a 5 Series. That's too much.
5 is too much.
Too
Maybe a
much.
3?
Yeah, 320.
A 320
It feels like cheating.
320i.
I feel like that's going to just win.
No, it won't just win.
I think they're just
It
excluded
won't.
for reasons we haven't
I think
even thought of now.
you've totally underestimated. I'm in the legend. Just think about that.
I am legend.
I am legend.
I think
Right.
also maybe the stipulation is it's cars that no longer exist in any way. Because you can track
yes.
back the 3 Series to a 3 Series.
Yes, you're
I think
right.
it needs to be dead
A
models.
truncated family tree.
Okay.
So dead models
Omega,
only.
yes.
Rover 800,
Legend, yes.
Legend,
yes.
Yeah.
Rover.
Maybe
That's a really.
then that gets rid of
Renault
so
Safran.
basically, yeah, a Renault. Yeah, no.
All I want,
Renaults
guys,
anymore.
all I want to do is I want to be going down the straight and focusing because I know that I've missed my breaking point because I want to win this. I look right and there's muggins here, Greg James in a fucking Renault Safran, basically giving me the V's.
Yeah.
I think I'm in a 25.
Okay.
It's
you're
either a
the
25 or it's an Espace.
They're quite low slung.
And
Am
you're
I allowed an
casually-
Espace?
No,
Espace is a
I think
people
it's-
car.
I know
you
it's a
but,
bit- but I-
yeah,
you
but
know.
if Dad, because I remember when
You're allowed that on the
when I was a
victory lap.
kid, there were some people my parents knew, and they were a little bit well-to-do, and they got in a Espace, and it was almost like,
Oh my
goodness.
gosh.
They're so ultra
Progressive.
suburban ultras
Yeah.
in an Espace because they were very expensive Espaces.
Yeah, well, they deserve to be.
Yeah.
Well,
You got a crush on them, haven't you?
bit
I have
special.
got a crush, actually. It might be my first crush.
Yeah.
But hang on, are you which generation of Espace? You trying to sneak in a V6 Espace?
Not necessarily. I quite like a sort of a brown D-reg would be nice.
I'm not sure if it came with an auto though. You might have to
Yeah.
A bit later.
surely.
Then. A bit later.
You can't get an auto.
You get an
I
auto
don't know. I have
Espace.
to check this. Yeah. Not
No,
sure.
you definitely had an auto Espace.
Yeah, no, maybe.
Auto Espace.
Auto Espace. Feels like that's a whole separate thing.
But I could see this happening at the circuit.
This is our faux 80s car show.
It would be like
Auto
Dad
Espace.
spec Gran Turismo on the PlayStation 2.
Grandad Turismo.
Oh, Grandad Turismo, that's exactly it.
There it is.
That's it. Hey, Grandad, can we borrow your Honda Legend? What for?
Grandad Turismo.
Never you mind. Go and sit in the chair and watch darts. We're taking it. That's it. Well, that's all we've got time for.
Yes.
And all
that's
that.
another show done over as well. Basically near Chichester.
Yeah. Thanks for listening if you have this long. And I'm sure this is the first podcast we've done where we've had a guest for the duration.
I know, we've kind of broken our own rules.
And Greg's been sat on a bed most of the time with just his socks on. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's fully clothed as well.
I'm actually worried about the reviews.
Yeah.
Because as a listener of podcasts, if there's an interloper,
you think
sort of it's annoying? So I might have annoyed myself.
I don't
That's
know.
right, I might edit you out.
Well, that's fine.
We'll just get rid. We'll
Yeah.
keep a couple of like laughs and japes in, but
That's fine.
most of it, yeah.
It's okay. Well, anyway.
But
Greg,
sorry, everyone.
Thanks for being here.
Well, I'm sorry about it.
yeah. No, you've been a sweet guy.
We'll
Sweet,
do this all
lovely guy.
again next week.
Well, 'cause that's the way it works,
We won't
Rich.
be in a hot hotel room with Greg James off the radio, but otherwise it'll be the same.
Yeah, in 7 days you'll hear more of this.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. Shout out to you, Jack. I said I'd shout you out, and I just did.
Jack.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah,
Jack.
Jack.
Sorry,
yeah,
Jack. Jack. We love you, Jack. Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Bye, guys.
Bye,
Cheers.
bye. Cheers,
Bye,
mate.
guys. Cheers,
Bye,
cheers
bye,
mate. Thanks,
bye,
mate.
bye,
Bye.
bye.
Love you. Bye, mate.
So you've enjoyed this podcast, but you've had a thought. Is there a way here today that you could show support? Well, you could join our Patreon, what wonders that it brings. Early shows and extra notes on that side of things. You could buy our merchandise, we've mugs and hats but still no ties. One day we will make those pies, but in the meantime, guys, hey guys, like and subscribe, and maybe leave a nice review. Like and subscribe, we know you know just what to do. Like and subscribe, we don't want to take the piss. Like and subscribe, but we were told to ask for this. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.
And I'm
So drunk.
Oh yeah. So, but
So drunk.
desperately trying to be professional but failing.
This is so